Kiddopia Tales presents
The Jungle Heist, Rivals Turned Heroes. From enemies today to heroes tomorrow. Deep in the jungle, bear and elephant are fierce rivals, constantly competing for the best fruit and water. But when a mysterious problem threatens their home, they're forced to team up. Their bumbling efforts spark hilarious moments, but can they overcome their differences to save the jungle? Read on to discover how rivalry transforms into a heroic partnership. In the heart of the jungle, two colossal figures loomed large: elephant, majestic and steady, and bear, robust and fierce. For as long as anyone could remember, they were the jungle's ultimate rivals. Wherever one went, the other was not far behind, competing for the choicest fruit, the coolest watering spots, and even the shadiest trees. "Why don't you drink from your own puddle?" grumbled Bear, his thick fur damp as Elephant playfully splashed water at him. "I would, if you didn't eat every berry in sight," retorted Elephant, fanning his ears indignantly. Their quarrels were infamous. The smaller animals scurried away at the first sign of their booming voices. One sunny afternoon, both rivals spotted the jungle's most prized possession, a tree heavy with golden mangoes. "Mine!" bellowed Bear, his claws raking the trunk as he began climbing. "Not if I get there first," declared Elephant, wrapping his trunk around a low branch. The competition turned chaotic as they both tugged on the same branch. With a loud snap, the branch gave way, and the two fell into a muddy puddle, glaring at each other through dripping muck. "Serves you right," they shouted simultaneously, each secretly amused by the ridiculous sight. The jungle's usual harmony was shattered the next morning. The monkeys, known for their playful chatter, were unusually quiet. The parrots squawked in distress, and even the sleepy sloths seemed troubled. "Something's wrong," squeaked a worried rabbit. "Bananas," wailed a young monkey. "They're disappearing, entire bunches overnight." The news spread quickly. The jungle's beloved bananas were vanishing, leaving behind a trail of panic. The animals gathered in an emergency meeting under the wise old banyan tree. "It's probably Bear," muttered Elephant under his breath. "Or maybe a certain someone with a suspiciously long trunk," shot back Bear. Before their argument could escalate, Wise Owl swooped in. "Enough! The jungle needs its strongest creatures to solve this mystery. Elephant, Bear, you must work together." Both rivals bristled at the thought but reluctantly agreed. "Fine," they huffed, glaring at each other. Their first stop was the monkeys' grove, where the trees swayed gently in the warm breeze. The grove was unusually quiet, with a group of wide-eyed monkeys swinging nervously from the branches. Their playful chatter was gone, replaced by worried whispers. "Did anyone see anything strange last night?" Bear asked, puffing out his chest to look important. A tiny monkey, perched on a low branch, shook his head. "We didn't see anything," he chattered nervously, "but we heard a riddle." "A riddle?" Elephant's big ears perked up with curiosity. "Yes," the monkey said, looking around as if afraid someone might hear him. He recited the riddle in a hurried whisper: "I'm here at night, but gone by day. I take what's ripe, but don't like hay." Bear scratched his head, his brow furrowed in confusion. "What does that even mean?" he muttered, clearly stumped. "It means we're dealing with a sneaky thief," Elephant said matter-of-factly, his trunk swaying with determination. Determined to find more clues, the unlikely pair followed a trail of banana peels scattered along the jungle floor. The trail led them to the riverbank, where something caught Elephant's eye. "Look! A clue!" he said excitedly, pointing with his trunk at a set of small footprints pressed into the soft mud. Bear stomped over and scoffed, "Those are your footprints." Elephant rolled his eyes. "No way. Look at them, they're much smaller," he replied, lowering his trunk to point at the delicate marks. Bear crouched down and sniffed the prints, his nose twitching. Just as he was about to say something, a sudden sneeze erupted. Achoo! Bear's sneeze was so loud it echoed across the river. Elephant laughed, stepping back as a few leaves fluttered to the ground. "Careful, Bear. You'll blow away the evidence," he joked. Bear growled in mock annoyance, but even he couldn't help but grin. Despite their bickering, they both knew they were onto something. The hunt for the thief was just beginning. As their investigation led them deeper into the jungle, Bear and Elephant's lack of teamwork turned their every move into a series of laugh-out-loud blunders. The pair came to a narrow log bridge stretched over a bubbling stream. Bear stepped onto the log first, trying to balance with his sturdy paws. Elephant followed cautiously, but his size made the log wobble uncontrollably. "Stop wobbling," shouted Bear, gripping the log tightly. "I'm not wobbling, you're wobbling," Elephant shot back. Just as Bear turned to argue, the log gave way. With a loud splash, both of them tumbled into the water, emerging soaked and grumpy. Later, they reached a steep hill covered in moss. Bear started climbing, but the slope was too slippery. "Use your trunk to pull me up," Bear demanded, huffing as he slid back down. Elephant stretched out his trunk to help, but as Bear grabbed on, his sharp claws accidentally snagged Elephant's tail. "Ow! Let go, you big furball!" Elephant yelled, hopping on one foot. Bear released his grip, and the two of them rolled down the hill, landing in a tangled heap at the bottom. Their next challenge was a dark, narrow cave that seemed to hold another clue. "You go first," said Bear, eyeing the shadowy entrance. "No, you go first," retorted Elephant, stepping forward. Neither wanted to back down, so they tried to squeeze in together. Predictably, they got hilariously stuck, wedged shoulder to shoulder in the narrow opening. After much grunting and pushing, they finally tumbled into the cave together, laughing at how ridiculous they looked. Despite the chaos, their partnership slowly began to improve. Bear noticed how Elephant's clever thinking helped them out of tricky situations, while Elephant grew to appreciate Bear's sharp senses. "You're not half bad at sniffing out clues," Elephant admitted with a grin. "And you're not completely useless with that trunk," Bear replied, smirking. For the first time, they started to feel like a real team, though a clumsy, quarrelsome, and hilariously awkward one. Their journey led them to a secluded clearing where a pile of bananas lay hidden. There, the culprits were revealed, a mischievous band of raccoons. The cunning critters had been sneaking around at night, stealing bananas to hoard for themselves. "Hey! Those are our bananas," roared Bear, charging forward. The raccoons scattered in every direction. Chaos erupted as Elephant and Bear gave chase, slipping on banana peels and bumping into trees. One raccoon attempted to escape with a particularly large bunch, but Elephant skillfully used his trunk to lasso it. Bear cornered the remaining raccoons with a thunderous growl. "Gotcha," they said in unison, grinning at their teamwork. The jungle erupted in cheers as Elephant and Bear returned with the bananas. The monkeys threw a grand celebration, complete with music, dancing, and of course, bananas for everyone. "You know," said Bear, handing Elephant a juicy mango, "you're not the worst partner I've ever had." And you're not the worst at sharing, said Elephant, smiling. From that day forward, the two rivals became inseparable friends. Together, they kept the jungle safe and lively, proving that even the biggest rivals could become heroes when they worked together. Moral of the story: the moral of the elephant and the bear, rivals to jungle heroes, emphasizes that teamwork and understanding can transform rivals into allies. By setting aside differences and valuing each other's strengths, we can overcome challenges more effectively. The story teaches the importance of collaboration, empathy, and forgiveness, showing that shared success strengthens bonds and fosters lasting friendships. Together, we achieve more, proving that unity is the key to solving even the toughest problems. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Your support means everything. Stay tuned. Thank you.